Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. Today we are talking about the new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Libra. This is happening on the 2nd of October of 2024, and this will be an eclipse happening at 10 degrees of Libra, so it does have an association with Capricorn, and we do have some Saturn aspects here as well with this eclipse, but we'll talk about those. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the overall collective energy for this eclipse, and then we will pull cards for your individual sign. Make sure that you do watch your sun, moon, and rising sign. It's going to be important to get the big picture, but I'll put timestamps down below, and I will be posting this video in both the long form with all the signs timestamped down below, and I will also be posting it just cut up individually just for yours. So if you want to just see everything all in one place, I'll put the link to the big long video down below. Sometimes the shorter ones just helps you find it a little bit better. So October 2nd, 11:49 a.m. Pacific time. Adjust your calendar, adjust your clock for whatever time this is going to hit your personal time zone. And this is the 10th degree of Libra. So it does have associations with Capricorn energy, and we do right now have Pluto in Capricorn. So we'll talk about that one in a minute. This Libran eclipse is the last one we're going to have until 2033. Of course, we're going to have other eclipses, but not in Libra. So this is a very important eclipse to wrap things up, and which is a little bit contradictory because new moon eclipses, solar eclipses, are about new beginnings, a fresh start, making moves, right? But this one does have a link to the past. It's a south node eclipse. It has a link to our past lives, but also it's karmic. It also has links to past eclipses, especially the Libran eclipse, the solar eclipse that we had in the fall of 2023, so exactly a year ago. This can be where there's been something going on internally or externally, especially with relationships, where something has been playing out over the course of a year. And you might be making a very, very important decision at this time. Do we fix? Do we heal something? Do I want to move forward with this? Do I want this to blossom and grow, or am I done? Right? Some of you could be having breakups and shakeups at this time. And it can come about what seems to some people like being like quite suddenly, but for you, it might not actually be quite sudden. It may have been brewing for some time. So look back to the solar eclipse in Libra we had last year at this time and see what was going on. What have you been doing for the last year, and what is wrapping up now? Or of course, what are you breaking away from? Eclipses, of course, do bring sudden changes. They do bring surprises. They bring fated events. They bring the unexpected, and they can certainly bring endings and beginnings. And of course, we're in eclipse season. We've had our lunar eclipse already, September 17th. I'll put that video down below as well in case you haven't seen it. But that was in Pisces, and it was very intense, very emotional. And you're probably still feeling the energy, the after effects of that, right? And eclipse energy does last for about 6 months or so, can sometimes last a little bit longer if it's a bigger theme in your life, and sometimes things can last a little bit shorter, just depends what you've got going on. But this solar eclipse is like a new moon on steroids, so it is very strong, very powerful energy. So we do want to think about what we are leaving behind, or what we're willing to change, or what has to change so that we can restore balance and harmony in our lives. This eclipse does bring about Libran themes. And of course, Libra is ruled by Venus. So love and romance and the things that make us feel good. Venus energy brings us new beginnings. It can bring blossoming abundance in our lives. And it can also be where we do take pleasure in things, right? But Libra energy is relationship based. And so this is an eclipse where you're going to be looking at all the relationships in your life. The relationship you have with yourself, with your pets, with your family, with your friends, with your romantic partners, and also relationships from your past. Eclipses can bring things out of the woodwork, and they can bring things from your past. So you could have a friend pop in out of the blue. I've had three that people that I haven't seen or talked to since I was probably about like 13 years old, a very long time ago. And all of a sudden they're popping up out of the woodwork. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Right. So, it's very interesting what can come back into your life. Now, of course, yes, it can also bring about old romantic partners and things like that as well. But of course, it can sometimes be a second chance because maybe you missed an opportunity previously or the timing wasn't right or something. It can also be if someone's coming back in your life that maybe it's for that final closure that you need so you can finally break free once and for all and move forward and get on with your life, right? But it can bring second chances, right? So we can have some interesting things going on. Expect the unexpected when we've got eclipses, but change and transformation is the order of the day. This eclipse is going to be conjunct Mercury. So very communicative energy, very talkative energy. You might have a lot of big ideas going on. October 1st, so the day before we have this eclipse, we have a Mercury cazimi. And a cazimi is when the planet is so close to the sun, it's like in the heart of the sun. But what this does is it brings us information. We can have downloads coming in, like spiritual downloads coming in. We can have a revelation. We can have some information. You might stumble across some key piece of information that's like, whoa, mind-blowing. Someone might reveal something to you, right? You could, again, have like a huge idea that, oh my goodness, why didn't I think about this before? So something there can certainly go on October 1st, October 2nd. So something quite interesting for a lot of people, or maybe it's just a key piece of information that you need to make an important decision in your life, but certainly some spiritual energy that's going on there as well. We do have to very quickly touch on the retrogrades that are happening around this eclipse. Very important. All right. We do have October 5th. Mars enters shadow period. So it's preparing to go retrograde. It's not full retrograde until December 6th, but when Mars goes into shadow, this is bringing in retrograde energy. So October 5th, if you are an Aries, okay, this is going to very much impact you. Mars is your chart ruler. So you might find that you are slowing down a little bit. You might find that you're reflecting on things a little bit more. You may find that you have a little bit more control over situations rather than being impulsive and fiery. So it could be like kind of a very tempering energy there for you for that. But Mars will be in retrograde fully December 6th up to February 23rd. Keep an eye on February 2025. It's going to be a big deal, okay? Same thing with going into next eclipse season in the spring. There's going to be a lot of things that are connected to this eclipse. So you could have some recurring themes. You could have some things that come up multiple times. And you could, of course, have more than one opportunity, right? But you could be hitting some milestones here also. So it's very interesting energy that we've got going on. But February 2025 is going to be very interesting. And when Mars is retrograde, it starts in Leo and finishes in the sign of Cancer. So it does do like kind of a little bit of a traveling effect there. But there could be something that starts and something that ends, or it could be something that maybe you put on hold and then you pick it back up again. October 9th, we have Jupiter going retrograde. All right. And Jupiter will be retrograde until February 4th. So if you are ruled by Jupiter, so Sagittarius and Pisces, because Jupiter is your traditional ruler, you might be feeling these effects more than other people. We're all gonna feel it, but you guys are gonna feel it a little bit more. And so right up until February 4th, you might feel that instead of expanding, you're restricting. You might feel that something that is kind of been moving forward quite steadily kind of all of a sudden slows down a little bit. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that it could be a pause for a reason, like a pause for the cause. It could be that maybe it's so that you can pay more attention to detail with something, right? It could be that, quite often when the universe slows us down a little bit, it's to protect us from something, right? So, take the retrograde time and the slowdown and some energy to use it to your advantage. October 11th, Pluto goes direct. All right. And Pluto is retrograde right now in the sign of Capricorn. It's at the anaretic degree, 29th degree, now or never. You know, you might be feeling some pressure to get something done. So Pluto has been retrograde for a while. We've been in reflection. A lot of Pluto goes down into the underworld, goes to the shadow and brings something to the light. So there could be some revelations coming in. There could be some big ideas. It can also be where you've been reflecting on something for quite a while and now you're taking your power back, right? So Pluto brings change, transformations, endings, new beginnings, brings an evolutionary kind of energy, brings secrets to light. What is hidden is revealed, and it also focuses on, of course, wealth and power. So October 11th is when you might be supercharged to take some sort of action. So it's again a little bit of contradictory energy, because usually when we've got these big retrogrades, it is slowing us down. But because Pluto is direct, this is a big deal. It's the last time it's ever going to be in Capricorn, right? In November, it goes back to Aquarius, where it'll stay for 20 years. And so this can be, a time when instead of we're being calm and reflective, we're bursting forward and bursting free. So big breakthrough kind of moment for us all. So we've got a lot of contradictory energy going on. So, stay grounded, find your balance, right, Libra? It's going to be important to connect with nature. Venus, right, can go outside. Just try and find a little bit of space each day just for yourself, right? So that we can navigate this energy that we've got going on, with crazy things going on in the skies. But we will get through it. But very important time, collectively and individually, of change and transformation in our lives. So we're now going to pull some cards for each individual sign. Your sign is linked down below. If you do enjoy my content, do enjoy the video, please do quickly give it a like there. I truly appreciate that. It does help my video get seen, and it lets me know that you resonate with the readings as well. So check out your timestamps. If this is your shorter form version, then we're just going to get right into your sign right now. Thank you guys for watching. Hello there, Cancer, and welcome to your solar eclipse in Libra reading. Now, you should be feeling quite at home in this energy. This eclipse is happening in your 4th house, which is ruled by the moon, and it is your home house. So this does have to do with the foundations that you've built, your actual home that you live in, your private life, your sense of security. This does also have to do with your family, with your parents, your ancestry here as well. Now, interesting thing with when we've got an eclipse in your 4th house, something about your family ancestry or your family tree can come up. So maybe some of you are wanting to know where you've come from. You want to know, what's my family history? So you could be thinking of making like a family tree. You could be doing some research into your ancestry as well. Who are we? Where have we come from? All of that kind of thing. You could be connecting with family members that, maybe live in another country that you haven't seen or ever met in a long time. So we can sometimes get like some revelations as well. I know when my dad did our family tree, he found some interesting things like from a couple hundred years ago. So it was really kind of interesting there. But it goes all the way back to he traced it, I don't know, a couple hundred years anyways, at the very least, but back to Wales and whatever. But anyways, there's some interesting characters in the family history, that's for sure. So you could be inclined to do that. There could be a family secret that comes to light. Okay, you could have surprises within your family and things that you need to deal with, right? So it could be, because it does have to do with your parents. It also has to do, especially your nurturing parent, typically your mother with the moon, their feminine energy. It can have something to do with children as well, whether they're your children or maybe you're thinking of starting a family. There could be surprise pregnancies at this time as well. So if that's, if you don't want that to happen, take some steps for that. But you could be buying a house, you could be moving to a new house, or maybe you're just feeling, especially with this Libran energy that we've got, that you want to spend more time with your family. I'm working too hard. I'm spending too much time out of the home. I need to spend some more time with my children. I need to spend some more time with my loved ones. Or maybe you're looking to repair some relationships in your family unit. So home, family, where you live, All of these things can be changing, or could be new things, new beginnings somewhere there. But this can just be, where you're putting your focus at this time. Maybe even new forms of communication, clearing the air, perhaps there as well, right? Because it's a very talkative kind of new moon, right? A very talkative eclipse, especially with Mercury and Libra. That we're talking about relationships. We're talking to the people in our lives. We're meeting new people. You could have one of your kids brings home. All of a sudden they're like, I'm engaged, right? So you could be welcoming new people and new connections into your life that way as well. Home and family is for you. We have manifest here for you guys. Very powerful message and very powerful card. So I don't always, I find eclipse energy is very unpredictable and very chaotic. So I personally do not do manifestations and intention settings at an eclipse, any eclipse, because it does have the potential to bring you something you want, but it might be short-lived or it might be unstable, right? And so I don't want to attract unstable energy into my life. But when we have the manifest card, this can certainly be where something can be manifesting in your life. Your powers to create the life that you want and attract the things that you want in your life is very powerful and very heightened. So you could have something coming to fruition for you that was started at a previous eclipse. So again, look back over the last year, because we had a Libra solar eclipse last year at this time. So this can be something that you've been working on for a while. This can be something you've been waiting for a while, and something can be happening for you right now. If you do want to set manifestation intentions to manifest new things into your life, maybe not do it right on the day of the eclipse. I would do it, you could do it on the 1st, right? Because we got the Mercury Cazimi there, but you could probably wait a little bit, maybe until the 4th might be a decent day. Venus is in Scorpio that day, so it's deep energy. But it's got a trine to Saturn and Pisces, so there is an element there where you can make some very positive transformational change. Scorpio is a little bit dark and mysterious anyway, right? This is a day where you can partner up with someone who shares your vision, and that's how you can manifest something, or that's where you can have a new beginning, or that's where you can set intentions for something. Saturn and Pisces is a very dreamy kind of energy, but rooted in reality, right? Saturn energy. It's like Pisces is the dreamer. Saturn is like, okay, stop dreaming, get out of your head, get out of the fantasy land. What are we going to do in reality to make it happen? So this can be a really positive day for setting those intentions, or of course, for partnering up with somebody. But whatever your situation is, if you can think it, you can create it. Things manifesting in your life. We have the Emperor showing up for you, card number 4. This has been happening with every single reading. Got the King of Wands in reverse. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so interesting energy. You could have a sudden turn of events that goes on here. Now, the King of Wands in reverse. All right, now number 1, this can be you, your energy. This can be a lack of confidence. This can be anger. This can be frustration, right? This can be a disruption in a relationship. We've got the Emperor, King of the Castle. The Emperor is the leader. The Emperor is in charge. So this can be where you actually take charge, right? You've maybe had a lack of confidence somewhere. You haven't had a clear sense of direction with something. And now you're like, I'm in the driver's seat. I'm confident. I'm taking charge. I'm not going to let anything stop me. And I'm going to put a plan in place. I'm going to put a strategy in place, right? And this can really help you to move forward and expand your horizons. We do have the Wheel of Fortune, right? So it's just a good card. This can also represent where there's some sort of impasse in a relationship. Okay. The King of Wands this can be you, this can be another person, right? And so with the Emperor, what we're doing is we're focusing on restoring stability. We're focusing on the foundations of a relationship. So can I repair this relationship? Can we get things sorted out, right? It's very much home and family with you. Okay. are we able to work together and find a compromise and figure out how to just live together, or how to be in the same house, or how to be in the same family, right? So you could be putting a plan together. You could be taking a more strategic approach at dealing with someone in your life. But whenever we do have a reversal, we have like a little disruption in energy. However, the King of Wands, yes, this can be someone you're letting go of. You have to, right? In this energy, if it's gone to the point where it's gotten nasty, and the King of Wands in reverse can be very nasty. So if it's gotten to, if a relationship in your life somewhere has gotten to the point where it's just really not healthy in any way, shape, or form, the Emperor here, you are taking charge and you are doing something about it, and you're making some change. So we either grow together or we grow apart. All right. So you might have a very important decision to make, but if we are willing to work together, then we can often repair something and make something better. But with the Emperor here, this is Aries energy ruled by Mars. And this can be a reminder here for you that you might have the clock ticking on something. October 5th is when Mars enters shadow, goes fully into retrograde December 6th. So this can be a period of time for you where if there's something that you want, go for it now. Okay, figure out what you want, put that plan in place, and then get going, because otherwise you might need to wait a little bit. Right? Wait a couple of months, or you might just feel that it's not quite the right time. So you might just have like a little window, especially the beginning of October, to get something going. If not, then maybe take a back seat and rethink something. Might actually be better for you, for your personal growth. And Wheel of Fortune ruled by Jupiter, when we have this energy, Jupiter is going to also go retrograde, right? Woohoo! October 9th. And so that'll go direct February 4th. So it could be that, if the window of opportunity is open for you in the first week of October, take it. If not, you can use the next couple of months to really put a good, solid plan in place for whatever it is you want, whatever you want to change. Look to that future, look to that endpoint. And then once Jupiter goes direct, bam, all these great things start to happen. So the next couple of months for you can be very, very transformative. But the Wheel of Fortune does bring about surprises. It brings abundance and growth. It can bring the unexpected, but it does remind us of the ebb and the flow of life, and you are in a cycle of increase. Good luck, good fortune, good karma, things moving forward. So it might be that, you might need to take a little bit of a calculated risk at something, or jump in with both feet with something. But again, just be aware of this King of Wands energy, because this is kind of can be a little bit of lack of confidence, or it might be someone that's not on the same page as you. And if you are in a relationship, that might not be great for your future. So again, if you can work through it, if you can get on the same page, make compromises, then you can move forward. But you may be making some big decision to go out on your own. Just saying. All right. A little bit of everything that we've got going on, right? But of course, eclipse season, sometimes we just don't know what to expect. All right. Well, thank you very much. So final messages here. We've got card number 6 coming out here for you. I am nurturing. All right. 6s is where we restore balance and peace and harmony after a time of difficulty or change. So there's a possibility here for some great stuff. Your heart is your gift. You are a natural born nurturer and have a great talent for helping and healing others. You are the epitome of self-sacrifice and a protector of all those you love. I am nurturing. Very 4th house energy. So maybe you, Mama or Papa Bear Emperor, comes out and you're helping somebody that's going through a tough time. And we have number 17. I am independent. The quality of work you can produce when you're going at it alone is almost unbelievable. You are as independent as you are ambitious, capable of performing every step of the way with efficiency, focus, and skill. I am independent, and I feel like the angels here are trying to instill a little bit more confidence in you there as well. I'm going to leave all that there for you guys. I hope there was something here for you. So please do like, share, subscribe. I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.